Hi everyone, it's Jennifer and I'm finally back today with another process video for you all. I've been away for a while, so it's been a while since my last one. My husband and I were traveling, but it's good to be back. So I've started out by showing you, my hands are going crazy because I'm talking while before I did the voiceover, I was talking while I was doing this, and then I decided to voice over it. So what I'm saying isn't going to match my hand motion, so it looks kind of funny. But I've started out with this piece of paper from My Mind's Eye, and I've already gone ahead and stitched some arrows around the edge of it, just because it's a little bit time consuming. And I'm showing you the two templates that I used by We Are Memory Keepers. They had a different arrow on each one, so I did every other arrow from each of those templates. And I just stitched them with white DMC floss. And here I'm showing you the two photos that I'm going to be using. They are of my kids when they were little. And I've chosen two strips of paper. I had different strips there and I tore them up. That's why my paper is torn up right there. I changed my mind. And these are the two that I'm going to go with. I picked one with a green pattern for the bottom and the blue pattern for the top, so I could keep with the ombre look that's going on with that background paper. And then I've picked a couple of papers to go behind each of the photos. The photos I've matted on they just have a little bit of a white mat around them. And then the card I cut from one of the 12 by 12 cut-aparts, and it's the perfect saying for what's going on in the pictures of my kids. They're playing with a little toy recorder. So I was going to use that marker that I showed you to go around the strips of paper, and then I decided that that was not going to look right. So I decided instead to ink all the edges. So I inked the edges of everything except for the photos. And now I'm going to go ahead and get those strips put down. I didn't think that they would look good with a line around them, and I didn't want to add more stitching to the layout. So I thought that just going around everything and inking the edges with gray was what I was looking for. It was just a nice, soft, subtle way of accenting those papers. This layout is going to be for my son, and once I'm done with this one, I'm going to do a page for my daughter with the same pictures. That's what I've decided to do. I've made some copies of some of the prints that I have, and if they're both in the pictures, then I'm making a page for each of them. So this is a single page layout because I don't have any other pictures of them playing with this recorder. So I'm just going to do one page for him and one page for her. I just love that saying, every story begins with just one word. I just thought it was so cute. He'd say, "Gabby, say this," and she'd say it into the recorder, and then he'd play it back for her, and she would get such a kick out of it. And they just sat there doing that over and over again. They played with that thing for a long time. And I just think the pictures are so cute. They're both squeezed into this little green recliner chair that they had when they were little. So I missed inking the edge of that one paper. So I went ahead and did that, and I'm just going to layer the photos on these two pieces. I'm going to keep the photos straight, and I'm going to tilt the pattern paper behind them. So it's going to be one big, everything's going to be centered on the page. And then I'm just going to kind of overlap everything. So everything on this page is from an older My Mind's Eye collection called Cut and Paste. I had a few pieces of paper, and I was just recently in the States, and a good friend of mine gave me a whole pack of this collection with some of the embellishments that I didn't have. And so when I was getting ready to scrap these pictures, I thought, oh, let me use that collection. So I pulled out what was more blue and green for his page, and there's a lot of pink that I'm going to be able to use the same collection for her page. I'm just marking where I have these sitting on the page so that I can get them laid back down how I want them, which isn't always easy. I'm trying to keep them together too because I liked how I had them kind of sandwiched together. Yeah, so everything on this page is that collection, except I am going to add half of a doily. And what else? Oh, I'm going to add some washi tape, which I think I got when I was in the States. Yeah, I did get it when I was in the States. I'm trying to remember if it was, well, it was either Hobby Lobby or Michael's because I was at both. Yep, so I've been away. We went to the States for 2 weeks, and then last weekend we were in France. So I have been away, which is why there was a gap in my videoing. But I do have I did do a lot of pages for the paper issues spring crop that was last weekend. They put out 15 challenges and I did 8 of them. And there are pictures of all of the ones that I did on my Facebook page. So if you would like to check those out, I will be sure to leave a link in the comment box or the description box below this video so that you can head on over to my Facebook page and check them out. I'll also leave a link to Paper Issues. That's where I do a lot of my online ordering. I just love their store. It's easy to move around on there and find things, and they send you, your stuff comes really nicely packaged and wrapped. They just do a really good job. I'm really happy every time I get an order from them at how the packaging is done. They have a lot of great challenges on their Facebook page too, so you should, if you like to do challenges, you should be sure to check out their Facebook page. So here I'm finally getting ready to add my little bit of journaling, which I've typed out and cut on thin strips of paper. And that speech bubble with the felt heart is one of the embellishments from this collection. I haven't done my journaling like that in a long time. I usually write it right on my page, but I wanted something a little bit different, so I did this. And I just thought that speech bubble was cute up there with the heart on it because all of the words down on the card are in speech bubbles. So I just kind of carried that up to the top. Here's the washi tape. It has all these fun, bright colored little cameras across it, and I just felt like those strips of paper were just kind of needed something else. So I just tore some strips of that washi tape and stuck it at the top and bottom. And it adds pop of color up there and at the top and down at the bottom also. So I'm just taking a minute to ponder and look at the page and see what else I can add. And I think that this is where I'm going to stop recording. But when I come back with, or when you get to this, oh, I'm going to add some white Dylusions mist to the bottom right corner and the top left. And that'll be the last thing you see me do on the video. But in the stills, you'll notice that I do add some enamel triangles. Those were on another one of the embellishment things that came with this collection. And when I got done recording and I was looking at it, I just felt like that doily was just there and it needed something to kind of ground it. So I went ahead and added some enamel triangles. So anyway, that's it. Thank you for joining me today. And I'll be back again soon with a layout for my daughter of the same pictures. Have a good day. Bye-bye.